And what you're telling me is you don't mind infringing free speech to protect children from this amorphous thing that you think of. But when it comes to children that have died, you don't give a flying to stop that, because that shall not be infringed.
Jon Stewart absolutely crushed this Oklahoma State senator in an interview centered around gun control. Republican Nathan Dahm, who has an A+ rating from the NRA, has previously pushed back on blaming guns for mass shootings, and instead pinned it on a lack of, quote, insane asylums. In this interview, his talking points completely fell apart.
You're saying more guns makes us more safe.
Yes.
What you're doing is you're bringing chaos to order.
That's your subjective opinion, that it's bringing chaos to order.
It's not my subjective opinion. We have 50,000 gun-related deaths. That's not a subjective opinion.
Okay, so
that's dead people.
Apparently to Dahm, the right-wing narrative of backing the blue doesn't apply here. Listen to his ridiculous argument against implementing background checks.
I don't understand why you won't just admit that you are making it harder for police to manage the streets by allowing all of these guns to go out without permits, without checks, and without background stuff.
And I'm defending the individual's right to keep and bear arms.
That's a different argument.
Okay, but
you may do. Here's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You want to say I'm a Second Amendment purist and I'm making it safer. You're not.
Dahm is about to make his biggest misstep in this entire interview.
You want to ban drag show readings to children.
To minors, yes.
Why?
Because the government does have a responsibility to protect.
I'm sorry?
The government does have a responsibility in certain instances to
What's
protect
the
children.
leading cause of death amongst children in this country? And I'm going to give you a hint. It's not drag show readings to children.
Correct, yes.
So what is it?
I'm presuming you're going to say it's firearms.
No, I'm not going to say it like it's an opinion. That's what it is. It's firearms. More than cancer, more than car accidents.
Republicans are more interested in pulling political stunts than actually doing anything to help solve the gun crisis. Watch House Republicans try to justify carrying firearms into committee hearings for no other reason than to make headlines in right-wing media.
Many members of this body were neck deep in the January 6th insurrection, inspiring it, aiding, abetting, cheering, and after the fact, gaslighting about what it even was. This amendment is sadly necessary. They have openly fetishized guns and violence to the point where one of my colleagues across the aisle was removed from their committee assignments for portraying himself killing another member who sits on this very same committee.
I am personally looking forward to moving past political stunts like this, like the one that you're proposing today, and his hypocrisy is on full display. It seems like my colleague from California forgot his tinfoil hat today, so I brought this here for you, just as a little reminder. There are unhinged people, and we have to be able to stop that threat, protect ourselves against it.
I also noticed that the member from Colorado forgot to mention January 6th as also an assault on representatives.
I reserve that right to defend myself. I reserve the right to carry my firearm in whatever capacity I want to without your permission.
I just wonder if the gentleman from California or the gentlelady from New York has reason to believe that there is a homicidal maniac amongst us. If they do, they probably would have brought a gun into this room, whether or not there is a law. And I would challenge them right now to present their evidence, name the names, and present the evidence before such a catastrophe confronts us.
It's a mischaracterization. While I am not here to impugn the character of any individual member of this committee, I do believe that the performance demonstrated has shown
Who do you not trust to bring a firearm into a committee room or anywhere else in
I believe
public?
that from what I've witnessed, the competence of some members may be something that I would be willing to question.
I think you should give us names before the sun goes down, because we're all in great danger if you're correct. But if you're going to name names, I'd like you to present the evidence as well. And if not, then we should draw our own conclusion.